house.
I was gonna say, I will let someone who has a proper voice do the speaking.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome back. As I mentioned, we have a full house, so everybody is present, and we can continue our original campaign and just blaze onwards. Thank you for doing the one shots and stuff and bearing with us. Yeah, we're just gonna dive right in. The guys, everybody fought like this massive demon, and in the forest, which was summoned, most likely already figured out by you guys, with some kind of ritual, and this demon just came out and started rampaging. So it ended as it exploded, and you guys took damage, but well, at least most of you did. And we're now at the point where there's a large burnt area where you guys are standing. Some of you really catching your breath to after this hard fight. What do you guys do?
Does anybody clearly have any like open wounds or injuries from the battle that catch my eye?
Does anybody?
Cal does something very important. He collapses.
He collapses. Well, I was just about to grab my healer's kit and just like patch anybody up who would need it. So as soon as Cal collapses, if I notice that, I'll just zoom right there and try to do whatever is it that one does when they know medicine.
Roll your medicine. It's orcish medicine, so you spit on him and stuff.
Yes, slap him in the face.
What did we just talk about orcs? You just will him back to good health.
Big slap in the face.
Walk it off.
Yeah. I only rolled an 8, so it is pretty much just or something.
Damn you. Yeah.
Basically, I'm grabbing him from the collar and just shaking him like what's wrong? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
Yeah, clearly elven physique is not suited to your type of medicine.
Just ragdolling.
So,
Half-Life
We're going to play
professor.
Warflaming, man.
where is everybody?
I think Wheeler's probably still behind his tree.
Yeah, I think Ellie is moving up to the rest because I think she was a bit further away.
All right.
I think Gemini was... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah. Ellie's moving up to the rest of them. Yes, let's leave it at that.
I think Gemini was up by the demon when it exploded. Maybe? I don't remember. No, he wasn't. No. He's going to go check out the demon. He's breathing real heavily from all the running. And he's going to go see if he can find anything there where the demon's boom.
Of course you loot the body, folks.
Yeah.
Ellie will actually go up to Gemini and keep Gemini company because she realized she figured out that the demon was summoned to hunt Gemini because the elven guy refused to give up. So she does not trust the big dead thing because the last time they had a big dead thing, it was not dead. But nobody believed
Something
her.
was dead though. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Vince references.
And I believe Cal and Tarak are also pretty much where the demon died, right?
I think I was.
Yeah, no, Cal had his back to when the demon exploded. So
yeah. So you guys kind of gather there, and except for Wheeler.
Sorry, Wheeler. After while that's going on, he would have poked his head out, seen that he'd obviously seen the explosion, seen people gathering, and be like, "The fuck was that?" And make his way over while shitting himself heavily.
Okay.
Because never seen a fucking demon before. It's like, what the fuck is it? I was shooting with my crossbow. Was it doing anything? Was it just pissing it off? The fuck can this do against a demon? The fuck? Why are you guys okay with this?
I'm not.
Oh, you should have seen the giant.
What?
It's true.
Wheeler.
There were two.
What is your armor class?
AC 0.
Jesus.
Is that not what we're
0? Okay,
No.
then that's
17.
17. Okay. As you are pretty much the last to walk in the direction.
You are going to
of,
deal like 1 damage there to you, bastard.
As you walk towards the rest of the party that are kind of standing there in this scarred area, many of the trees either fell down or are still kind of slightly burning from the blast. You're walking in the direction and you're kind of like, what the fuck? And you feel all of a sudden like, oh. And let me check.
I die?
Heart attack, instant death.
Make sure you have your D6s ready. Third character campaign.
Oh, jeez. Really going through a new character every session here.
Oh, don't.
You take 32 points of damage.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
From what?
What?
As
Okay, what?
As your bones fell out of your body?
Yeah, as I had an aneurysm.
as you're kind of walking there, making yourself busy and angrily towards the rest of the party, you feel something striking you in the back, and there's this arrow just kind of coming out from where it went into your back. It just comes out on the other side. You're like, what the fuck? And I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Poison
Does
as well.
Gemini hear or see any of this?
Same question.
Yes, on Ellie.
You're busy.
That's a 1, but
A 1.
but I can use my
Also
halfling luck to roll again.
There you go.
And your inspiration.
Remember, you also have that 1 inspiration point.
I've got inspiration. What does that do again? Is that a D6? Or?
Same exact
No,
thing.
it
It's
also
a-
gives you advantage on
Oh.
one roll.
Yeah.
Can I choose that after I roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that because that was a 4. So I'm gonna use that inspiration.
Throw that die away. Just throw it.
See,
There
the
we
choice
go.
is this die, which is the one that just gave me those 2 shitty rolls, or this one, which killed Vince.
One
Throw those
inspiration
dice
down.
away.
Someone
So-
needs some sage.
Yeah. Come on. Oh, you fuck. That's a 7. That's a 9.
And you kind of sink to the ground, and as you were kind of like almost afraid to grab the outer end of the arrow that's sticking out of you now, and you feel it just it ran directly through you, but you feel your muscles just tightening, and you just
This shit again.
you fall to the ground. Everybody make that is not Wheeler. Everybody that is not make a perception check.
Nice.
Gladly.
Damn.
17? 17.
20 something.
20. A dirty 20.
22.
19.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is not a 17. That's a 15. plus nine.
Gemini, come on.
I know.
You had
I know.
one job.
I know.
Okay, you're still
Miles,
getting the 17.
and you feel
Yeah.
Because else I could have said everybody notices, but now except for Gemini.
Gemini is all about that loot.
Yeah, Gemini says like, where? There must be gem or here somewhere. I heard the demons exploded. They leave gems behind.
They are pinatas.
Bing, 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 bing.
Maybe it's because you're so accustomed to people cursing and stuff about it that it's still kind of white noise to you. Because all of you, everybody except Gemini, kind of go like, Wheeler, what? Because he was walking over to you guys like, what the fuck am I gonna? And all of a sudden he's like, quiet, and so you're all kind of looking at him. All of you except Gemini actually have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
How are we doing, by the way, on light sources?
I don't think I have anything.
I don't think anybody has a light source.
Okay, so Gemini's just kind of patting the ground, just like.
Depends if I'm glowing.
There must be here something.
There's got to be something.
Yeah. All right, so but you guys all have dark vision, so you kind of look and you kind of see Wheeler standing there, and he's just. It seems like he's kneeling down at first. And you're like, what the heck? And then he just poof, tilts over.
Wheeler! I want to rush up to him.
All right.
Wish I was back at the farm.
Don't worry, buddy. You'll go to the farm soon.
Oh dear, no.
You can run around in the field as much as you want. And there's other halflings there your age who you can frolic with.
Oh, you can visit Vince while you're there too.
Yeah.
Think of the farm, buddy. Just think of the farm.
Everybody roll initiative.
17.
Dirty 20 again.
Throwing this dice away. That's a
14.
13. I rolled an 8 for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I've been rolling bad too. 14.
Okay, I'm just
15.
gonna call it out. 25 to 20.
Me.
Yeah. Tarak. Okay. 20 to 15.
17.
Cal's 15.
All right. So Ellie, Cal. All right. Gemini, what did you get?
14.
14. Okay. All right. Wheeler, just so we know in
13.
what. How many?
13.
13. Okay.
Bob. Pardon me.
Yeah. I agree.
Just so you know, Wheeler, you are at this point paralyzed.
You don't say.
He could be para.
So Tara, it's your first in the initiative order.
Do I notice the arrow?
No.
Oh damn. Do I notice that that Wheeler fell from some sort of violent?
No. No. You just you didn't really look at him. You were kind of busy with Cal and your medicine and stuff, and you heard Wheeler in the distance, kind of like, and then he just all of a sudden like was out, and you're like, that's weird, and you see him kind of walking there, and he's not very close by. I think he's about 50 feet or so away from you guys, and you saw him kind of kneel down and then fall over.
Ellie let out a scream of Wheeler's name, and do I have the inclination that others are? I'm sorry.
Bless you.
Do I have the inclination that others are planning on rushing towards his aid?
Yeah, I mean, you're in initiative order, but you already have the idea that Ellie is prone to head over there.
Yeah, because I have Cal who's collapsed and like out of it right in front of me, like right in my hands. So it's like I don't want to abandon one person that needs help to go to the other one. Is it proper for me to make the connection that there's trouble about or something? Or
It's up to yourself, but when you were shaking Cal, he was actually conscious. Because you were shaking him, was going. He was actually awake. You were just making it worse.
Oh, are you like?
Although his hair is all up in the air because of the explosion and everything, he's just and you get a distinctive. That was it.
Okay. Can I make a roll or something to see if I if I interpret this as a dangerous situation or something?
Sure. What do you want to roll? You can roll your insight if you want to. You can roll your survival.
Well, it's the same. It's 2+, so
Okay.
I'll just roll with a 2+. That's 13. Because my idea is that if I recognize that this is a dangerous situation, I would try to drag Cal behind cover.
Okay.
that's my first priority. But
Um,
Arak also has a low intelligence.
yeah. So I would say with a 13, you'll get the inclination that there's something, definitely something going on, something weird happened.
Okay.
But you're not immediately sure, did Wheeler hide for some reason, or is this his form of hiding? But you just were able to see him because it's
Yeah.
dark. There
This
can
is
be
also
you
this is
can
also
think
pretty much
of multiple reasons why this would happen without him being attacked.
yeah, sure. And also there's a demon corpse nearby, or
No, there's not.
The kind of where it used to be.
Yeah,
There might be some
remnants.
residue. So I've never come across this stuff. So my first instinct is to just grab the body and just drag it to the nearest cover behind a tree trunk or rock or something.
All right. So you start dragging Cal towards the tree.
Yeah.
You do notice, by the way, that most of the trees are blackened, and most of the trees also have, at least to some degree, a little bit of fire on them. At least the trees that are in your general direction.
Okay. So that's pretty much all I do. Just make sure that whatever could possibly be in that area might not be able to get to my unconscious comrade here.
Do you drag him? Do you actually police or a fireman lift him and run off?
I think it's more of a instinctual kind of thing to just, I was already holding his collar, so I'll just start running and just keep holding his collar.
Okay. There you go. Okay, so you take cover and it's no problem. Ellie, what do you do?
I will rush over towards Wheeler. And he was about 50 feet away.
Yeah.
What do I see after my 25 feet?
After your 25 feet, you see, roll your perception.
Oh, 7.
7. You see Wheeler lying on the ground, pretty much face forward, like this, and there is a strange-looking taft of something, and it seems to be almost floating in midair, just about this far above his back.
Wheeler, when did you become a unicorn?
Yeah. That's what I want to know.
Am I pretty now?
Can she... Well, she would, because it's actually quicker. And it's her brother. She's gonna misty step the rest of the distance.
Okay.
So she will use a bonus action for that. And then she is gonna...
All right, so as you misty step towards him,
Yeah.
You now see that there is an arrow in his back. The tafty thing that you saw were kind of like the black feathers at the end of the arrow. It was just it's a pretty long arrow, but you're almost certain it went completely through, and the wood of the arrow is a strange. It's kind of blackish blue, so it's very hard to see in the dark.
Do they look like the arrows that was used on the farm earlier?
No, this one looks different. It's much longer than the one that was used in the farm, and it has a different color. But the tafts seem similar.
Can I see what attacked him?
You look around. If you really want to take a good look, it'll take your action.
No, she wouldn't stay long enough to look for that.
Okay.
So if there's nothing like at a quick glance, it's gonna be she would say, she would call out arrows, and then she is gonna basically go down on the ground and try to slap Wheeler alive.
All right.
Like check his vitals, like, but she will like drop down so she's not standing up. Like, hey, because
hello. Yeah. You
she-
kind of drop down to the ground next to him, and
Yeah.
you slap him in the face.
Yes.
Try to wake him up. All right. Well done. Is that your turn? Okay. Yeah. It takes an action to kind of slap him and try to get his attention. Cal, it's your turn.
Cal's being
You've,
currently
by the way,
dragged.
been dragged
Mhm.
behind a tree. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're kind of like now kind of pushed up against a tree because
While he was dragging me, I've got the swords back in the sheath, so we'll count as the extra. While he sort of got me up to where the tree is, the hand comes up and he slaps himself on the chest and he casts Cure Wounds at level 2. So that we can get that out of the way.
Fix.
Well, at least it's doing something. So that's it. 9, 10, 11 health.
All right. You, by the way, see this, of course, Tarek. You're up close and personal.
Let's add that on there. Yeah. I have. Well, Cal has heard Ellie shouting arrows or something.
Yeah. She shouted loud enough for all of you to hear.
And I did see. Wader go down.
Yes, you did.
So, Cal's immediate instinct would be there may still be more danger, and his objective is to go and retrieve his bow, which he dropped behind the tree. Where would you say from here?
How far? Yeah, let's say it's about 20 feet away from you or something.
20 feet. Has it been more than a minute from when we defeated the demon?
Not a full minute, but definitely pushing towards there. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll have a wee bit of extra movement speed.
Yeah,
then.
because there was a moment where the demon died, and then you guys you were being looked after medically a bit, and Wheeler was kind of doubting if you would come back out of the tree. So yeah, it's pushing a minute.
Yeah, I have about.
I'd say you have about 2 turns left in the minute.
Yeah, I have about 65 feet still left, so I'll go and retrieve the bow, and I think that's pretty much all I can do. I'll sort of like duck behind the tree that I'm at, just in case something turns up.
All right. So you free yourself from Tarek and go collect your bow?
Pretty much.
All right. Okay. Ellie,
no.
what is your armor class?
Much lower than someone else's. 13.
13. Okay. You feel an arrow striking you.
How about 18?
You cast shield?
Maybe. Yes. Yes, I cast
Yes?
shield. Yes.
All right, you cast shield. You all of a sudden, out of the darkness, see this black arrow coming towards you, and you instinctively, you almost frightenedly and instinctively cast shield, and the arrow just comes and starts towards your shoulder, and it just at the last moment breaks off.
Take 50 points of damage.
Gemini.
So I hear all this, right? Because she's yelling. And
Yeah. You just didn't see Wheeler go down, but by this time you've probably turned your head, but
pieced
you
it
can't
together.
see where they're at because they're about 40 feet or so away from you, or 50 or 40 feet away from you,
Sure.
and you can
Yeah.
barely see 10 feet in front of you.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I will scream. I will, let's see here. I'll run towards the sound 30 feet full blast. Then find the nearest tree I can. Bonus action, hide behind it, and hold my action. Pull out my cards out of my side thing here where I hold my cards. Pull out 2 cards and hold my action for when I do see something.
Okay. So you run towards more or less Ellie and Wheeler?
Yes, where I heard the sounds coming
All
from.
right. Okay. So you run into their direction. Roll me a survival.
No. Let me check.
No.
It's
You,
probably
you
less
do
than
not
10.
survive.
I do
Yeah,
not survive.
yeah.
That's a 6.
Sorry, you're dead. Yeah. Sorry, 6.
That's gone. Fuck that
Okay.
dice.
So you run towards them, and it's not super inhibiting, but your movement speed isn't as fluent as you're used to from yourself because
Sure.
ground is uneven and stuff here, and your vision is really impaired. And you run 30 feet, and then kind of go like, tree. There needs to be a tree here somewhere, but there's no tree.
There's no tree?
Nope.
Okay, then I cast invisibility.
All right.
That's how I do it. I do like that and just turn it.
Your fingers are the last thing to disappear.
Actually, before I cast invisibility, I will use a bonus action since I'm close enough now to cure wounds on Wheeler, or to healing word Wheeler. I'll say fucking get up, man, and that's my cure wounds. I hope it cured you. And then I'll flip off into the ether. Let's see here. What is or healing word? Sorry.
Last thing that goes invisible is.
Oh no! I dropped it. Okay, that's a 5, big 5.
It's a big 5.
For you.
Okay. Wheeler, you feel the magical energy from the loving words of Gemini kind of penetrate your ear, and
the wind closes around
exactly.
the arrow.
Yeah.
It's like, no, stop.
You feel a tad better, but you think like this might even make it harder for the arrow to come out.
Pulling it
but-
out.
yeah.
He's lying there paralyzed, like healing words, like, ow.
Actually, because of Ellie's slapping you in the face and stuff, you start to regain your senses, which is really fucked up because this arrow really hurts. What do you do?
Ah! Fuck! Just like sort of half sitting there, like, what did I do? Do I take it out or leave it in?
Hot or cold? What helps? Yeah.
Is this fixed with heat or cold? Guys! Yeah, he's not. Yeah, yeah, he's got to pull his hood up of his cloak.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and use it and hide it up and fucking burrow. Just small. Ow! Fuck! Help! Someone!
All right. So
Just
burrow. What do you mean by that?
as in, just I'm assuming the ground's probably like
Start digging
uneven
a hole.
and
Yeah.
yeah, so he just like nestles into like a crevice or a nook or under a root of a tree or something. He
You
just
try to take cover on the
basically,
ground. And,
yeah, just small
do
as
you try to be
possible.
stealthy with your cloak on?
Yeah.
You kind of pull up the cloak
Just tug it on the arrows. Ow, ow, ow.
and you're like, ow. And as you pull it over, there's not the magical effect that you're used to. it's like it's for some reason it used to kind of make you feel a little bit elusive and stuff. But you're like, why is it not happening? And you see that the arrow is just kind of pierced through your cloak. And you're like, fuck. And then all of a sudden it's there. It's just, it feels, you feel the magical energy just covering you. And you're like, you try to take cover. All right.
Are you taking the hide action? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but be it. Yeah, I am just fucking
roll for stealth.
Trying to help you.
Like think of a cat, like, you know, being injured. It's like, right, fucking small ball into a corner somewhere. That's basically what he's doing. Stealth, did you say? Yeah. That is a filthy 26.
There you go. Your cloak almost takes like on the shape of leaves and the color of leaves and stuff there on the ground.
Actually, it doesn't matter, but I had advantage on that. I didn't roll, but 26 is fine, I'm sure.
You could have rolled a 20, but...
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, no, it's fine. No, it's fine.
There you go. So you're hiding. Tarak, it's your turn.
Since Cal jumped up and went after his bow, I'm also basically like, oh, okay. I'm also alert. I'm just kind of not sure where stuff is coming from. I'm basically can I ready an action to basically like I want to focus on catching arrows if I'm gonna get shot with one.
You could do a dodge thing, can't you?
Yeah. Just your arrow catching monk ability is a reaction. So
that's right.
You don't need an action for that.
Okay. Yeah,
but you can do patient defense, I believe, which
and
gives
then
them
you
disadvantage.
then they get which is pretty much but if that's just what you want to do, then you can just take the dodge action, which is exactly similar. It just gives people disadvantage on their attacks on you.
Makes it easier to catch stuff too.
Yeah, but if you want to ready an action and use patient defense, you need to spend a key point.
Well, since people are shouting that we're being showered with arrows, I still have 2 key points left. I think I will. No, but I haven't.
But you have the reaction to catch arrows.
Yeah, it's. What I'm gonna do is exactly the patient defense thing.
I don't think you necessarily need to do that because you can take dodge as an action. And I think patient defense is just dodge, is it not?
Yeah, it's similar. Yeah.
Similar? Is there any buffs on it?
No.
It's just cost a key point because you can use it after you took an action.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dodge takes away your action.
Yeah.
Patient defense you can do by spending a key point even if you took your action.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Christ. If that's like where's do I see Gemini anywhere? I know he's invisible now, but can I try and locate him? Because if there's shouts of arrows being fired at us, that's like as soon as I've dragged Cal there to safety, it ought to be my first concern, but at this time it's only my second.
It kind of depends on so I kind of leave it up to you what you saw or not. You were taking cover behind a tree, pretty much covering yourself and Cal at that time. Cal broke free, so I'm not sure how good a line of sight of the battlefield in front of you have with a tree, a pretty big tree in front of you. So it's up to you. If you immediately when Cal left, you started looking into the battlefield, you might have been able to see it, but if not, then you wouldn't be able to see where he went.
The drow knew Orcish, right? He spoke to me in Orcish, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I won't be able to use that to signal to. I was just thinking because I've been teaching Gemini Orcish on the like downtime, if I remember correctly. I was just thinking if I could have called out to him in Orcish, but they would know what I'm doing as well. Oh Christ.
What do you do, man?
Oh.
What would an orcish wrestler do?
What
He
would
doesn't know where the
Armour
arrows
do?
are coming from.
Get the oil out.
If I come from that perspective, I do an intimidation check and I just like kind of promo into the darkness. Just let me tell you something, drow scum.
Turn on those spotlights. Yeah.
Come on here,
come
you
on.
cowards!
Get from the chair.
Can I
Out
actually,
of nowhere,
well,
spectators
well,
just appear.
well, why the hell not? I have nothing. I can't come up with anything better. So I'll try to intimidate them into overcoming their cowardice and showing their faces and facing us like men.
From behind the tree.
Yeah. Yeah, my body covered.
You cowards hiding behind trees.
Yeah, I can't. I could not live with the stupidity if I stood out from behind, like, oh, come and face me like a real man. Like, oh, arrow, just. But I don't know. I'm just paralyzed with options right now, so I'm just gonna do an intimidation check into the darkness. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
You cowards, sons of bitches.
Yeah. I am gonna give you disadvantage because you're kind of hiding behind the
Yeah.
tree, and
I-
you're telling them they're cowards because they're hiding.
Sorry, everybody. If everybody dies because of my incompetence, it's 13 and 14. Not bad. 13 plus 5, 18.
18. Okay.
I
Even though
gotta
you're
use
hiding
it.
yourself, you still are able to kind of. Well, you think you drove your point home. Are you doing it in common or in orcish or what?
I'm doing it in common just so that everybody knows what I'm saying.
All
So basically, yeah, the kind of performance side is kind of coming to the surface, and yeah, it's a total like finger pointing. Let me tell you something, brother. That sort of just
All right.
shouting and screaming and making them doubt their own cowardice and warrior-dom.
Yep.
Come and face me like a man, brother.
There you go. Is that your turn?
Pretty much, yeah. I can't come up. And I'll look if I can spot Gemini, but there's very little chance of that, but I'll try at least.
All right. Roll your perception with disadvantage.
8 and an 8, so that's only 10.
Nope. You have no idea where he is. You're gonna like pop out and like nothing. All right. So Ellie, your turn.
Yes.
You see Wheeler is kind of crawled away from you, and he's just like trying to like hide behind this thing, and you now and then the arrow just kind of touches the ground, and you're like, "Oh."
Yeah, I'm just gonna like dodge the other way. It's behind a tree.
There's no real tree close
okay.
by.
On
The closest tree to you is about 20 feet away from you.
okay, what's the closest thing that might be able to give some cover?
Wheeler.
What's the second closest thing that might be able to give some cover that isn't Wheeler? Or first thing that isn't Wheeler?
There's a slight little hovel, but it's definitely not as good a cover as
Wheeler?
as Wheeler or the tree.
And the closest tree is about 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yes, she goes for that.
Sorry?
Oh, does she see what attacked her?
You're kind of looking into the darkness because you're kind of closer by, and you saw an arrow kind of coming at you.
Yeah, from the fucking direction the arrow came from.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
All right, roll your perception. And just because you give me sass, no.
15.
15. You look, Nope.
Going for 3.
All right. So you are on the ground. You can get up. It takes half your movement. Or you could stay on the ground, but then your movement speed is halved.
And surely it's 6 and 2 3s. She's only gonna move. Sorry.
The DM give it, the DM take it.
Yeah.
Or the DM give us 2 options. One is slightly less good.
Yeah. Yes. So, can I have 27 feet of movement?
Is your movement speed 27?
It's 25.
How would you consider yourself to give yourself 27 feet of movement?
I throw myself the last few pieces and I don't actually move them, like walk them. Or I slide on the ground because I'm running and throwing myself down again, so I slide the last few feet.
First, there will be a chance, but first you'll have to roll either acrobatics or survival.
Survival. I'll go for survival.
All right.
Let's use... Yes. That is a nice die. It's a bad die. 4.
All right. You are kind of lying there. You see Wheeler has taken up a little bit of cover. And you think like, I'm just a sitting duck out here. And this animalistic, you remember the claws that you used to kill Vince. And, oh, sorry, that was your mirror image. I'm sorry. I'm just, So you remember your feral instincts and you're kind of like, you push yourself up and you have the idea that you know the forest and you know how to move your way through it, trying to use this momentum of this shifting ground beneath you. And you kind of jump up to start running on all fours. But as you do, there's too much leaves here and there's too much of it is burned. And you just go like... It could have been so beautiful, but... So you lost 5 feet of movement, and you haven't moved anything.
The DM give us, the DM take it away.
So majestic.
Do you know what? I don't know. I mean, I know Wheeler's a lot of pain, but did he see that in any way?
Yeah.
Yeah, even in his pain, he's like, nah, ow.
You're not sure, Gemini, even though you're invisible, but there seemed to be just this beacon of moonlight shining on Ellie when she did this move.
Ellie, being pretty fucked up, pissed off about this, is just gonna stand up, brush off the dust, and go like, "Fuck you, Wheeler!" And she is going to hold an action. She's gonna hold Hellish Rebuke.
Isn't that a reaction?
It is actually, fuck. Never mind. She will hold...
Oh my god, I am the walking spell encyclopedia!
Yeah, you're doing a good job. She will hold a magic missile.
What is the range of Wall of Fire?
Wall of Fire.
Hello? I'm sorry, it's not your turn.
Well played.
No, she will hold a magic missile.
All right, you will hold a magic missile.
For when the next fucking arrow comes, because she's gonna toss it in the face of the arrow shooter.
There you go. So you stand there.
Yes.
And you do realize that if you do not release your spell,
Yes.
nothing happens. So
I waste a spell slot, right?
I don't think so. Actually, if you do, yeah. Well, I don't.
I think it is. It does. I think it does say
Mhm.
the reactions like
Yeah.
the spell slot is gone.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that's a harsh penalty, but no. Fine.
I mean, if
That's the
you're
price
fine
you
with
pay
letting me
for
keep the spell slot, I will gladly accept it.
Well, roll me. No, I'm sorry.
So, yeah, you lose 2 spell slots.
Yeah, exactly. No. If the rule is you lose a spell shot, because would assume you already have you only need this fraction of a second to release it.
From playing Vince, I remember that you've essentially got it ready to go.
Yeah.
It's like
Mhm.
practically cast, and then if you don't
Yeah.
use it, just
Yeah.
So you still prepare it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cal, your turn. I'm assuming that's your turn, right, Ellie?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Cal has picked up his bow and he's sort of behind a tree. How far would you say he's from Ellie and Wheeler?
I'd say about 30 feet.
Mm-hmm. And he caught the sort of arrow that was sort of glinting in the darkness, firing at Ellie.
Roll your perception.
Right. That would be 16.
16. You took notice of the fact that Ellie used some of her innate magic to deflect it, but you didn't really see it very well. So you kind of know where it was about to hit her.
Mm-hmm.
You're not 100% sure from what angle it came.
Right.
Because the arrow is really dark and camouflaged and stuff like that.
Right. Well, I suppose that would be his perception for that turn, wouldn't it?
No. This was already happened.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Then
Just FYI, this is the last turn for that minute.
For that minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll probably not use the full dash distance this turn. He's going to take a look around in the darkness and see if he can see where these enemies are.
All right. Roll your perception.
Perception. Perception. I'll go for that. 17.
Nope. You really take a moment to kind of look in the direction where you believe the arrow should be coming from, but nope, nothing.
All right. From where he is to where Wheeler and Ellie is, he is going to sort of crescent arc out the way towards the outside of this wee cluster of trees.
Yeah.
Sort of closer to them, but at sort of a side angle from them.
Gotcha.
Just moving around
How much
from
distance
behind.
are you keeping between you and them?
We'll say 20, 30 feet.
All right. Okay. So reasonable distance. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. You, by the way, see Ella just standing there, and this magical energy is coursing around her.
He's trying to close in on something, but he doesn't know where it is. So.
All right. So that's your turn and your movement. Do you do anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Excellent. Ellie.
Yes.
Roll your perception. And you have advantage on it.
13.
13. Okay. You see from the corner of your eye, you see something moving, something dark, something covered, and you are just in a fraction of a second, your mind registered that this must be the thing that's shooting
Yeah.
at us.
I release
do you do?
my well.
Oh, you the
Yeah,
reaction triggers. Yeah.
Yeah, my reaction triggers. I was gonna shoot the thing that I thought, if I saw it, that I thought shot us.
Yeah.
So I will shoot the thing.
What is the range of
120 feet.
120 feet. Okay.
You hit Vince.
Oh, and it all comes full circle.
It comes full circle. It's like, guys, I wasn't really there.
The arrows. How many arrows do you shoot? What spell level is it?
Level 1. So it is 3 arrows.
Okay, so 3 of your magical arrows just soar towards this this target.
Yes. Nine points of force damage.
9 points of force damage. All right. You hear 3 thuds of your arrows connecting. There's an arrow coming towards you, and it just passes past your head, and you see the shadow of the image of the person disappear again behind the tree.
Okay.
Gemini, you're muted.
What up?
It's your turn.
Yeah, it is. I thought none of that shit, right?
Well, actually, you saw a bit of the light of the magical arrows from Ellie going into a certain direction, but it was too unclear for you to go like, oh, there he is. That is so. Yeah, it's a considerable distance away from you. You would think about at least 100 feet.
Okay, I will. First off, pick a spot to hide behind. I'm gonna be like, okay, so I'm gonna run 30 feet. I'm gonna hide behind that tree.
Yeah, the problem is you don't already see a tree that you need to run to.
I run 30 feet.
Yeah, so you start to run and kind of keeping your eyes open for the limited sight that you have to find a tree. And after 20 feet, you find a tree that you can hide behind.
Okay. I will, just get as far as I can. Bonus action, hide behind a tree, hold out my cards, ready for anything that I see.
All right. Okay. Roll your stealth.
With advantage because I'm invisible, yes?
Yes.
All right. 2 11s, what the fuck? All right, hold on. Let's see what that adds up to. That's
invisibility can't hide your majesticness.
That's a filthy 20.
All right, there you go. You are behind a tree and are waiting for anything to pop up so you can throw your cards at.
And then back to tacos.
I just picture that you didn't actually turn yourself invisible. You just turned yourself a radiant purple color.
Just
magnificent.
No, that's fine. Okay, yeah. Wheeler, your turn. You're kind of lying there on the ground, trying to not have the arrow point touch the ground.
I think owl
drip,
is
drip, blood dripping out.
So I think I'm going to say owl as my main action. Owl is my bonus, and for my movement, I'm going to shake it a bit. I think I'm going to go owl.
Ow.
Ow.
No. What's he going to do?
Your owl is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. He's probably going to try very tentatively to cut the end off the arrow. So the bit that's sticking out, he's going to take probably his dagger is probably closest to hand and doesn't have to move as much. And try and hold the thing. Ow, 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 and try and cut the head of it off so that there's not so much sticking out of him.
Yeah. All right.
He's going to try and do that. roll for
Medicine.
medicine with advantage because it worked for Ellie.
Why would you have advantage?
I thought I'd ask.
Because you're the charming natural person?
Yeah.
No.
What was that saying you said? A cheeky person owns half the world.
That's true. That's true.
If you don't ask. All right. Okay. Actually, all right. 18.
18. Okay. You thank whatever gods you pray to that your dagger is
Any at that point.
yeah, is just so well kept and so sharp. So you quite easily cut through the wooden part of the arrow. This takes your turn pretty much.
Yeah, no, that's fine. He's not gonna. I don't think Wheeler would have the, not even so much. Well, he probably doesn't have the strength, but even the willpower to remove it.
Yeah, so the arrow's gone,
he's
which is a nice thing because it was still dripping some not so pleasant looking liquids.
So I take it the other bit's still sticking out his back.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yep, no, that's fine. He does that and then carries on, be like, ow.
Okay,
ow.
so you still have your movement and your bonus action if you want to use it, but I'll leave it up to you.
I don't think there's too much I can do bonus action wise.
Hide.
I'm still hidden.
Yeah.
Like I mean, he didn't move anywhere. Although if you want me to do another hide, that's fine.
It's okay.
So he's seen. I take it he's seen. He's bound to have seen Ellie slapping him, heard her shouting, so he'll know that everyone's on the way. Yeah, no, he's good. He's good. He's just
all right. You stay there.
Yeah,
there we go. Tarok, your turn.
Did I see like Ellie fell down, right?
No,
I'm standing up. I did fall down, but then I got back up again. And then I stood there, and then I got it up all my magic energies and was a glowing target for a moment, and then I shot all this glowing energy into 3 darts, and they went off into the forest.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
And I'm still standing there.
I'm still standing.
Yeah.
It's incredibly frustrating to basically be completely like flailing in the dark, not knowing it. Oh boy. Oh.
Can you see where Cal or Wheeler or anything is?
Sure, yeah. But I have no idea Cal is under some sort of influence that ends after this turn, or did he already like?
It was just his movement speed that was boosted, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can clearly see Ellie. You saw Cal kind of moving in a direction, and you have a vague idea of where Wheeler is most likely lying on the ground, but you can't really pinpoint him. And Gemini is just, you have no idea.
How many feet away is Wheeler?
You would say Wheeler is about 50 feet away from you.
50 feet. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna use a key point to use Step of the Wind so that I can use my bonus action to dash towards Wheeler.
All right.
And I'm gonna try to do what I did with Cal and just drag him into safety.
Okay.
At least seemingly to safety, behind cover.
All right. What's your movement speed?
My movement speed is 45 feet.
Okay, so you have 90 feet of movement speed if you use your bonus action to dash. So as you arrive at Wheeler's, you still have 40 movement speed left.
Can I use that on the dragging? Like,
Yeah.
I have my action like combined with that to drag him.
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of grab him.
What way do you drag me? Or
I'm guessing because of the.
Yeah, you can now clearly see the shaft of the arrow just kind of sticking out.
just drag me like front facing up in the shaft.
I was just thinking that it's so hectic that I'll most likely grab your shirt by the neck and just like your thigh pants and just like lift you up and just start running.
Fine with that. Well, I'll say fine, but like, fuck.
Roll your athletics.
Okay. That's 24.
24. You pretty much like kind of toss a Wheeler up, and you just like make sure he lands, so you got a good grip on him, and you just grab him like a football, and you just go for it. So
every step is like ow, ow.
Okay, so you run behind a tree. You, by the way, you are also super duper close now to Ellie. Just FYI.
Yeah, I was originally planning on helping her, but since she's on her feet and doing magic stuff, she seems to be in control of her. Yeah.
All right. There you go. Okay, so you rush over towards a tree, and you take cover using what's left of your. I believe it's 40 feet of movement. Your movement is a bit slowed because you're carrying somebody, but you manage to still find cover together with Wheeler.
Nice. That's all I'm doing. I'm basically just making sure that he's as safe as can be.
Yeah. Okay. Ellie, it's your turn.
Whatever shot the arrow moved back into cover, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I am gonna, seeing that I'm standing, I'm gonna. Can I see a tree in front of me in that direction?
Yeah, kind of. It's definitely in the direction of this person. It's not like directly in front of you.
No,
but yeah.
No, but I will run up so the tree is in between me and that person.
Yeah, you use it as cover. Sure.
Yeah.
You can even get there with your 25 movement.
Yay! I want to do that.
So you start running, and you kind of skid as you get behind the tree.
Yeah. And I wanna prepare a firebolt.
All right.
And if I get attacked, I wanna use it.
All right.
That's whatever is attacking me.
If you get attacked, you want to use it.
Or if I see someone get attacked.
All right. There's.
If I can see, I mean, I'm still behind the tree, so if it's on that side of the tree and I can't see it, then of course I can't hit it. But
Exactly.
if I can see something.
Yeah. Oh, there's a choice here.
Yeah.
You can either go or pretty much be unable to see this person, or at least see the direction or the area where this person is. Then you'll have full cover. You could also kind of like try to keep an eye on the area where you last saw him, but then you have 3/4 cover.
I'll take that.
You take that?
I take that.
All right. You prepare your spell. Do you have a bonus action that you want to use or for anything?
No, I'm happy with this.
No? Okay. Cal, your turn.
Cal sees the bolts being blasted off in a general direction. So Cal is going to, not seeing where the assailant actually is, he's going to stow his bow and close the distance between where he thinks he is.
All right.
And then he's going to see if he can see him now he's closer to him or her.
So you move full speed because you're not stealthing, right?
Yeah, that's about 35 feet.
All right. So you move in that direction, and you still try to see if you can find this person.
Yes, after I move.
Roll your perception.
Okay. Command dice. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yep.
Nice. You you see this person is up on a tree, on a pretty good branch behind the tree, and he seems to be making ready to move. He's about, I'd say, 60 feet or so away from you, so he's just at the edge of your dark vision.
Right. Well, I did say I stowed my bow, so Hunter's Mark.
All right.
I'll cast Hunter's Mark. And that will be my turn.
Okay. You Hunter's Mark is a bonus action?
Yes.
Nice. All right. There you see the person firing a shot at you, Cal.
Okay.
What's your armor class?
18.
18. You see again an arrow kind of passing you. Ellie, roll your perception.
Natural 20, so it's a 25.
You watch as another arrow hits Wheeler.
Believe it or not, but you actually see this drow just kind of jumping out of a tree and just shooting at somebody.
I send off my firebolt at it.
All right.
Fuck, 11 to hit. Hey, can I use my inspiration die for this to roll with advantage?
Yeah.
Not your inspiration die, but you can use your inspiration, yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot better, because this is a fucking 23 instead.
Nice. It almost seems like you're about to miss, but for some reason, fortune just kind of tilts it a bit to the left. It goes like, no, this is better. And you just you strike actually this person while he's kind of jumping down from the tree, and you just roll for damage.
13. Fire.
Nice.
Yeah.
You and you hear or well, especially you, Cal, but some of you might hear it as well. You hear a and you, Cal, see this person falling on the ground.
Nice.
That was Gemini. Now it's Gemini.
Yeah, I hear any of that.
Roll your perception.
Sure. Plus. That's 15.
15. You hear the of the fire kind of hitting it or hitting something, but that's about the limit that you hear.
Stealth my way up in that direction, keeping to the tree lines. When I get to my max movement, hide behind a tree, hold action.
Roll for stealth.
Advantage?
With advantage, of course.
Yes.
As long as you're invisible, you have advantage.
Yes, I do. That's a natural 20, so that brings me up to a 29, thank you.
All right, there you go. You sneak forward. It's slow going. Because you don't want to risk not being able to hide behind the tree. So sometimes you just decide like, I might go a little bit further, but I better stop here. And because you're being stealthy, you're also moving slower. Wheeler, you've been grabbed and dragged, or well, carried more or less, towards a pretty bulky tree, and you and Tarak are now behind it.
So I don't have dark vision, so I'm assuming I can't see shit.
You assume right.
Cool. Well, actually, do you know what? He's probably fucked. He's lost a bit of blood, just been put. He's probably a bit delirious right now. What would he do?
Thanks, Dad.
Have you ever seen anyone in shock? He'd probably turn around the hulk of Tarok as much as you can make out. But, hey, ow! Can you help with that? And I've got an idea. And he will cast Disguise Self and make himself look a little bit fatter.
Fatter.
Okay.
Yep. And he'll cast that and be like, no, they don't know it's me. And he'll just sort of like collapse against the wall a bit.
Do I recognize these as symptoms of shock with my medicine?
Yeah, it's probably shock, blood loss, a bit of delirium, essentially.
Oh, that's 24.
Oh, hell yeah. You've seen this before.
Okay. Well, in that case, I don't panic. I'll just stay in control of the situation.
And it's actually your turn.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll do my best to try and help Wheeler with his problem.
No, it is a slightly fat halfling. Oof. Looks nothing like Wheeler, except for his features.
Oh, well.
It's a mystery. Shh. And I know it's outside my turn, but if he can be doing that while he's doing it, it's like, shh, don't tell him.
Sure.
Well, I'll move
to
his
the huge door.
I'll move his chubby halfling man boobs aside to get to using medicine on his wound there.
All right, roll again. I'll give you advantage because you pretty well diagnosed him.
That's 22.
22. Okay, you managed to get the arrow out.
Ow.
And
I would guess I have my healer's kit on my belt.
Yeah, exactly. So, and by getting it out, you don't just go like, there you go, it's out, you're better now. No, you actually stop the bleeding and stuff from becoming worse. So
yeah, you just pull it out, lean there like, thanks.
Oh, I needed a toothpick. There you go. Yeah. So but that takes your entire action. Do you do anything else?
I don't think so. I guess I'll just try and make sure that we are indeed behind cover, and I'll still keep looking if I happen to catch Gemini.
Do I get any hit points back for that?
No. But you don't lose any either.
The DM give us the DM.
So, Ellie, your turn.
My turn. Do I spot another tree like 25 feet in front of me?
Yeah.
I want to move there. I'm moving there.
You, by the way, see whatever you hit is lying on the ground.
Shoot it with fire.
Top left corner. Vince like this.
With disadvantage, I assume, because it's lying down, right?
Yep.
What about a 17?
A 17, you hit.
Nice.
And roll for damage.
There we go. 9.
Wait, did you just see a dice number and you thought like, I don't like it?
No, it was on the edge. I didn't know if it was, what's it called, 2 or 8.
That's
so I
the excuse I would have used as well.
I can go for the 8 if you prefer.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So you roll another firebolt towards him.
Yeah.
And you notice that the cloak that he is wearing starts to burn.
Good.
Is that your turn?
I want to use my bonus action to cycle 2 of my sorcery points back into a spell slot.
There you go.
So I do that.
All right. Cal, your turn.
I can see the dry lying on the ground.
Yeah, and his cloak is burning and he's not moving.
Shing!
Oh boy,
Yeah.
kill it again.
He's gonna dive into it with both blades, just to make sure it's dead.
All right.
Shall I roll for an attack?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, first one. Yeah, it's not great. That would be 12.
12. You stab into the ground, or well, where you thought the draw was, but no, you missed.
Second one comes down.
Actually, if you're attacking somebody on the ground, you have advantage on your attacks.
Right. Well, I'll do
combat.
that as the advantage roll then, which would be 21.
There you go. Then you actually hit it. You feel your blade entering flesh.
Right. Let's see. D6s. And I think I have D6 on top of that too. So 6, 7, 9 plus 4, 13. 13 points of damage.
There's no reaction.
Right, it goes for another one.
You're damn right.
That's 21.
All right, you hit it again.
More damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 6, that's max. 12. 16 points of damage.
16. You again stab into it, and no reaction.
Killed its lineage.
Yeah, just in case, we're gonna go again.
There you go.
The bonus action.
It's fair.
We're just making sure it's actually dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. That one is a 23. Yeah. More damage. Is there gonna be a body left?
You know, have a pile.
That one's only 8 damage. So
8 points of damage. Okay.
Mm.
It's hard to see what's happening underneath this burning cloak, but you think that whatever's down there should be dead.
okay. Well, I've spent a movement,
be,
an
you say.
action,
Yeah.
and a bonus, so I can't really do much more at this moment. So yeah,
Stare at it.
All right.
Yeah.
Angrily.
stare at it.
Gemini, you see a source of light, which is quite a beacon in this darkness.
That's what I was going to ask.
So yeah, what do you do?
How far away?
That's still a considerable distance away. I would say it's about 70, 80 feet or so.
That's too much. I'll use all of my movement to bolt over there. So I'll get there. Actually, no, I won't. I'll only use my action and my movement. I'll use my bonus action. Let's see here. Action and movement will get me 60 feet. So I'll do that. Bless you. And then I will. I'll yell,
didn't know
"Put
you
him
had
out!
that
Put him
spell."
out!" Yeah. Yes, I use bless you. I'll yell, "Put him out! Put him out! Loot!" And then I'll use my bonus action to hide behind the nearest tree.
All right. Wheeler,
He's good.
you're good.
It's good.
All right.
Yeah, he just he's just in pain still. Like, okay, he's probably still delirious, but not quite so much now that he's been a bit patched up. But yeah, he's probably just going to slump down by the tree. He's like,
Well, I'll try to reassess the situation just to see like if I can. Well, Gemini is still completely.
You hear Gemini calling out like, "Put him out! Put him out! Put on loot! Loot!" And he's pretty close to where the fire is burning.
Okay. I'll gently place Wheeler down, so some in a position where he can just stay there, and I'll try just to bolt ahead to the source of the sound, just with the mindset of being ready to catch arrows from the air if one would be aimed at.
All right,
Gemini.
So you move your 45 feet.
Is that enough?
No, you need to move a little bit further than that.
Well,
I
in
would
that
say
case,
you'd have to move 70 feet.
okay. In that case, I'll use my final key point to. No, wait.
You can just use your action.
Yeah. I'll just dash, just regular dash.
Okay. You move like a blur towards the fire, and you clearly see Cal standing there, but you don't see Gemini. Gemini, you, by the way, are almost run over by Tarak, who's just passing by the tree you're hiding behind, and he's just like, he's like, that fucker's fast.
Got it. All right.
Ellie,
Mhm.
you see your handiwork still burning there.
Okay, good. It's dead. Now she has the demon to go back and kill. So she goes back towards slash Wheeler slash the demon.
All right. So you kind of start to head back.
And I will look around as I go, because if there are more things in the dark.
You don't really see Wheeler,
Wheeler?
and you're kind of looking at the area where you think you left him, but then you go like, oh no, wait, Tarak picked him up, but you're not sure. And Tarak is actually at where the fire is.
Wheeler?
Ow.
Marco, ow.
Yeah, it's just ow. Wheeler 2019. In 2020. What year is it?
Delirious. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
She will go back towards Wheeler. If he goes, ow, like, ow? That way?
He's, he is probably, like, he's hiding behind a tree, but he's probably not quiet about that.
Right.
Why do good things happen to bad people? What? That's not even right.
As you're moving over there, you can't get directly to him yet, but you're still you're heading in his direction.
Yes, and I will keep my head on a swivel in case
Yeah.
I spot more arrows, because I want to shoot the fuckers.
Cal, your blades are bloodied, and you start to smell the scent of burnt chicken.
That's me.
Cal is actually going to check the body because it's so dark you can't really tell if it's dead or not. So
yeah, well, it's kind of hard to get to the body because it's pretty much covered in a burning cloak.
he'll use his swords to sort of like shift the cloak off of the body to see if it.
Yeah, you first start and then you go like, damn it, no, of course it's tied around the neck, so you have to kind of get towards the legs and start working it over that way. So yeah, it's you think you actually prick him a couple of times as you're trying to get your blades under the
Look
cloak.
what he does in his own time.
Wonder where Wheeler is. Shing, shing.
Ow.
Well, Wheeler, roll a saving throw.
Leave
So,
my characters alone.
yeah, you finally kind of flip off the cloak, but it's still kind of tied around what's left of its neck.
God, take off.
Well, he stabbed it a couple of times, and if he gives it a kick, it doesn't move. So
Yeah.
I think you can definitely assume that it's probably dead.
Yeah, you would assume right. You're pretty sure it's dead, and we'll drop out of initiative now. So everybody's
You sure you don't want Cal to do a perception check just in case?
not yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Gemini will run up to the cloak and just start throwing dirt over it, take off his jacket and jump on the fire and start rolling to put it out, because that's how he heard you put out fires.
All right.
Yeah, not rolling on the fire, just rolling beside it. I said, stop, drop, and roll. It's not working.
I can just imagine him being like a fish on top of this dry.
They lied to me. It's not working.
Do you do all of this while you're still invisible?
You're damn right.
He calls us there like, what the fuck?
Put it out! Put it out!
There's a strange display of earth being moved and dropped on something in front of you guys.
Gemini is screaming, put it out, help me put it out.
All I'm thinking is put it out to the tune of This Is How You Burlesque.
This is what?
This is how you burlesque. So it goes like,
don't know.
put it out, put it out. This is what we do. Put it out, put it out.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, took me a minute.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
Go watch burlesque.
I would do, but then my wife throws things at me.
It's a good movie. Watch it.
I watch burlesque because burlesque. That's
Movie recommendation: Burlesque with Christina Aguilera.
Oh, no.
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 It's a musical. Watch it.
Anything with Christina Aguilera, I do not associate with music. But anyway.
Okay, well, we lost our one viewer. Thank you, Christina, for watching.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay, so yeah, what do you guys do?
Cal's kind of standing there with his two swords out, wondering what to do with the weird invisible object.
Cal, what are you doing? Help me! Put this out!
When I recognized that, I was gonna mention that I'm gonna furiously look for Gemini now that the danger has passed. But if I hear him screaming right there,
Yeah, right in front of you, and you see like blurs of motion and stuff. Yeah.
okay, I'll start stomping the fire.
You stomp the fire, hitting the drow corpse now and then, but after a few seconds, you guys have the fire extinguished.
Gemini begins looting.
All right. You
Just
roll
my
your
stats,
investigation.
Why is that just like your? I don't know. I could just see you doing that in so many scenarios. It's just like you're in bed with a lady or man. Gemini begins.
Gemini
looting.
begins looting.
Investigation.
Investigation?
Please.
I'm
Yes.
sorry about that.
Sorry, I talked over that. Apologies.
It's all good.
As I told you last time, it won't happen again.
Oh, it will. We know
It's
it.
not great. It's only an 8.
An 8. You. Damn it! Everything is burned here. God damn it.
He will, however, grab the cloak and bundle it up because I'm sure you don't really need an investigation for that. He'll bundle that up, make sure it's out, throw it in his backpack.
All right.
One slightly charred, stabbed cloak.
Mm-hmm.
What does the rest do?
I go to Wheeler.
Yeah, you find him. He's like, ow.
Wheeler, you okay? Talk to me, Wheeler. Touch face. Hello.
Get.
Why are you so fat?
You're fat.
That's rude.
You just call me Ow. No. I'm fine. I'm not, but I'm fine. Is this what death feels like? My dad dying.
Pull yourself together. It's just a scratch.
I've got a new arsehole.
Yeah, and I got eaten by a giant. Pull yourself together.
No.
Mandel's rotting this cube.
I got turned into a shish kebab. I'm not okay with this.
You move, you talk, you speak, you breathe, you're fine.
I disagree.
Those are the requirements for being fine. Yes.
I am many things. Fine is not one of them. Who knows magic? Find me a magic man.
Come back, magic.
Either get me a magic man or a priest.
But I know magic. I tell you, you're fine.
Gemini can be your magic man.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I think that's who he's thinking of. It's like he knows.
Yeah.
He shouted words once.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be healing word.
Yeah.
Command word. kill.
Magic Mike. Right?
Okay,
That's a musical.
Well, he's over there. Come on, let's get you up.
Yeah, and he'll sort of like lean on.
Yeah, she will help him.
yeah.
Help him. We're just gonna go towards the big thing in the middle and make sure it's actually dead, and then we're gonna go to Gemini. Okay?
No.
Yes, come
no.
here.
No,
It's
it
okay.
might not be dead. It might not be dead.
Exactly. We need to make sure.
I do not need any more holes.
No, it's okay. You will
I
stay
thought
behind
3
me.
was plenty, but apparently 4 is more than enough.
Welcome to being a woman.
No. I am not Miss Wheeler.
Well, you can be.
Damn.
Come, we're just gonna look from a distance.
Just
From
It
a
looks fine.
distance.
Maybe it's just
like
fire at
he like he stretches a bit to sort of like lose. Yeah, looks like fuck.
Don't worry too much. Just come here.
How are you going to worry? I'm going this way. I'm going, and he'll
No,
start like hobbling towards Gemini.
She's gonna hold on
like
to him.
slowly, like
She will hold on to because
No,
she's not
go on
losing him.
this. No.
Holding him. No,
Ow.
just letting go.
Right? So what happens?
Ellie is
Wheeler's trying to
grappling
go-
Wheeler towards the demon.
And Wheeler is trying to go towards the Gemini and the rest of them because, like, fuck that demon carcass.
All right.
So, I mean, are we rolling for this?
I have my gloves on. They make me
Oh,
really
shit.
strong.
Ah,
Yeah.
but Wheeler is badly injured.
Exactly, so he can't resist.
Good. Fair point. Fair point.
Good counter response.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Wheeler gets to roll with disadvantage because he's really weak.
No, it's just a straight wall. But you can also decide amongst yourself. But it's, if you want to roll for it, it's either athletics or acrobatics to escape the grab and stuff.
Oh, acrobatics.
Oh,
Bitch, you're going down.
no, you bitch.
Wheeler gonna get them sweet Gemini heels.
Shit.
Well,
Wheeler
that
thinks.
is a dirty 23.
Yeah. 6.
Oh.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, I thought that was gonna be like
Yeah.
20.
So, yeah, 23. What's up?
No, I rolled a 2.
So,
Yeah, so you kind of grab him and he's just like, yoink, nope.
yeah, yoink, ow, fuck, ha 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 ha, and he's like backing away, and sort of probably quite slowly waddles towards the rest of them.
Okay, fine, I'll check it myself.
Cool. Don't get hit with an arrow. It really sucks. Why am I fat?
You head back there.
Actually, sorry. How long does that last?
An hour?
Yeah, it's an hour. Cool. It's not a concentration, so that's weird. Would he know that he's cast that? Because he's like really delirious and probably fading in and out of not consciousness
It's up
and
to
his
you.
cat. So would he? I don't know.
Well,
It's just would he know that he's like maintaining the spell, or does it need maintained? Or
Seeing as you're adapt to magic slightly, or you are aware of magic use, you would probably sense a magical aura around you. It's not built to hide from you.
yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, be like, why the fuck am I? I'll deal with that later. Ow, like mumbling to himself, swearing at his life, and he's like, I could be at the farm right now. I could be chilling. I could be comfy. I could have my cheese.
Mhm.
Jeez.
I miss my herb garden.
Now, roll your perception, please.
Who's that to, sir?
Cal.
Cal, right?
Yes,
Didn't hear you.
Cal, the ranger.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought
Pretty
Wheeler was gonna have to do it so he could find Alice in the forest because he's blind.
It's only 12, so it is.
12. Okay. Yeah. So, Wheeler, you try to find the rest of the party, but yeah, it's pretty dark, but you do hear them talking a bit amongst each other. I would assume. So you start finding your way back. Ellie, you go towards where the singed
Demon.
Demon is?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, like I said, there's a huge area that is singed.
But is it there? Is it dead? Is it gone? What was it?
The demon seems to be gone. The body seems to have exploded and has disappeared.
Do you want to investigate the area to make sure it's actually disappeared?
All right. Roll your investigation.
Ooh. 19.
19. You look around, kind of walk around there, and you go like, hello. As you see something lying in grass and, well, burned grass now, you notice something shiny.
Shiny? Ooh. Hmm? What is it?
You walk up to it.
Yeah.
And you
Carefully
see,
poke people's stuff
there's
first.
what appears to be a ruby.
A ruby.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna poke it with her stuff.
They are pinatas.
It sounds ruby.
All right.
Does it seem to give off
I can
any
hear its
magical
colors.
energies?
Sorry?
Does it seem to give off any magical energies?
Roll your Arcana.
Arcana. 18.
18.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some magical aura coming from it.
Okay, she's gonna sit there and stare at it and watch at it to make sure it's like, do I dare to touch it? Do I not dare to touch it? Will it set me on fire? What if it's like the cauldron? What if it's like the other thing that Grimhook touched? Because that set him on fire, and I think that wasn't that like... No, that was the cauldron.
All right.
But yeah.
There, as you kind of sit there and look at it, stare at it.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's beautiful. And you have the idea that you see something in it.
I will move closer to look at it. I'm not touching it. Just moving closer to look.
Move closer. Yeah, there's definitely something there, but it's so small. It's hard to see. Especially if it's lying on the ground like this. You should pick it up and probably take a better look. You know, hold it up against the moon to see, get some light on it.
Get some light on it. Can I cast some prestidigitation to get a small fire in the grass next to it?
Yeah, but it's kind of lying in like a little hole, so it won't shine a lot of light on it.
She's picking it up.
You pick it up.
Yeah.
What does the rest of the party do?
Cal's gonna rifle through the pockets to make sure that Gemini didn't miss anything.
Okay. You revel through the pockets and you go, yeah. You find a quiver which holds the arrows that you think he shot.
It's the same ones that I probably picked up from the other guys.
No, these look different. These look longer.
Right. So they're not bolts, they're like arrows.
Yeah, they're actual arrows.
Is there a bow line around them?
You look around. Should be. You don't see it. Wheeler, you're kind of like, you're kind of stumbling up towards these guys.
Yeah, he's looking for Gemini in particular. It's like, Gemini.
Gemini's gone.
Where's Gemini? Gemini need his magic words. Where's Gemini his magic words? And he's like, sort of like, I don't know. You ever see someone who's like about to throw up and they're thinking they're about to throw up, and so they're like leaning forward, going, I need magic words. Like hungover, but not like that kind of sore of like just fucking, I need help.
When Gemini sees this, he's gonna sneak up behind Wheeler and whisper in his ear, Gemini is always with you. And that'll be his healing word.
All right, then you lose your invisibility.
Yeah. That is fine. And that's gonna be a big 5. Have that. That's yours.
Cool. He's cured. He's fine. He's good. So it works on it. Whenever Tarok patched me up, did you put like any stitches on the things, or was it like bandaged, or
Mud and spit.
Well, I do have my healer's kit, so would have all the tools necessary to patch up.
Bandage.
Just thinking, like, if Gemini appeared beside her, just like, he's always with you. Probably would have startled him. Just imagine like jumping and like popping a stitch or something. Fuck! Like takes 5 damage, gets 5 damage. Gemini giveth Gemini.
I take it away.
Yeah. No, it would have startled him. Like he was like, oh fuck, and yeah, Wheeler's gonna have a bit of a lie down. He's had a busy day.
Gemini's just gonna laugh and then sit down and look over the cloak, see if there's anything arcane about it.
Roll your Arcana.
Scooby Dooby Doo. Let me see where the fuck that is.
How many arrows are in the quiver?
There are now 8 left.
8 left.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
That's the best.
Yeah, there is a magical aura around it.
Does it still seem usable?
You're not 100% sure.
All right, just shove that in the backpack and watch Cal loot.
Yeah,
Watch
he's gonna
Cal
take Cal's gonna take an actual look at these arrows to see if he can figure out. Did he see? He didn't see Wheeler go down.
What do you mean Wheeler go down?
He didn't specifically see him get hit and paralyzed.
No, he just saw Wheeler dropping to his knees.
Right, so he doesn't know that it still has the poison on them, or if that was the ones. But he's gonna have a look at them anyway to see if.
Roll your intelligence, by the way.
Intelligence. Advantage because drag.
Sure.
Whatever, yeah.
You can tell it's getting late in the game. He's like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Just
double
wrap it
advantage,
up,
fuck
wrap it up.
13, so it's not great.
13. You are kind of you're looking at him and you're looking at the arrows. You're kind of holding the quiver with arrows, which is also kind of burnt and stuff. And you're like, And you're pretty sure you saw him jumping out of a tree and just pulling a bow back and shooting at you. And you're like, where the heck's the bow?
If nobody else is
Cal.
doing anything, that's what he's going to look for.
All right.
Cal, you'll see him walking away. Was there a sword or some coins? The others had swords and coins. Were there swords and coins?
Strangely enough, he had a bow, and I can't find it. I know it's around here somewhere.
Yes, but swords and coins, were there those?
I didn't find anything else in his pockets now.
Damn. Okay. Don't go too far. We should probably set up camp here. Might be too dangerous to walk back. We're all fairly spent.
Seconded.
Right, I'll go find something to eat.
Jim and I will start building camp.
All right.
I'll help him with that.
Wheeler won't.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ellie, you kind of pick up this ruby.
Mhm.
What do you do with it?
Well, I will hold it up towards the moonlight to look at it.
Look at it.
And then try, yeah, exactly, look closer.
There seems to be something moving inside of it.
Something
Please
moving.
tell me it's like a little version of the demon just freaking out.
So it's Vince.
Can I
You
say
kinda look at it.
what?
And it seems to be
Sarah.
banging its fist against what appears to be for it the inner wall.
Can I say what is banging?
You have a hard time kind of like, well, it's the demon.
It's the demon.
Yeah.
Ellie is
really not fair.
Ellie is staring at this ruby, and she's looking at it, and she's going, "Fuck! There's a demon in here. Wait, should I kill the ruby with fire? Wait, does killing the ruby with fire set the demon free? Wait, I don't want to fight the demon on my own. But is it safe in here? Can I get out? It doesn't look like it can get out. Should I kill it with
Get
fire?
out of here! I'm gonna kick the fuck out of you.
Is it safe to carry around? I should probably ask someone that knows more about magic than me. Gemini!
Oh God, what now?
I found the teeny demon!
You what?
I found the... Well, she will run up to him. Because he's probably quite far away.
Yeah, you run over there, and you see Gemini kind of setting up camp.
Gemini,
I'm assuming you guys are not doing this absolutely next to this charred body.
Gemini.
Yeah, it's the kindling.
Probably.
You are?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
why? What are you doing? Why is that?
What?
It's next to the body?
Yes, it will ward off any predators. They'll see it and be like, "Oh, fuck."
No, they will say, "Oh, food."
Well, they can have it. We have no use for it. It had almost no loot. Very disappointing.
No, you
What?
take it away.
I can't. I'm weak and tired. Oh no, I have fainted. Gemini just
We should move this later. But anyway, I found tiny demon
What?
in the ruby.
Gemini wakes up.
I unfaint.
And then she holds it up in front of Gemini and goes like, wait, why? What if he sees you and attacks you?
Then that would be very
What if seeing
bad,
you is a release trigger?
It wasn't, because apparently the drow man he made some sort. It ate his head. I think
and
that
then
might
he's
be
trying
the
to
release
kill
trigger.
you.
Yes, that it did.
So what if he sees you? What if that releases it? And she holds it behind her back so it can't see him.
Well, then I don't know anybody else who knows as much about Arcana as I do.
So what do you know about tiny demons trapped in rubies?
Oh, what do I know about tiny demons trapped in rubies?
Roll your history.
All right. Let's use this die. Wow, that went way the fuck out. Nowhere. That shit went.
Out of
Okay, it was a
bounds.
19, then a 2, so nothing. He knows nothing. But he'll pretend like he knows. I know everything.
They get really high pitched voices when they're in there. I don't fuck you.
Okay. Is it trapped?
Presumably, yes, there should be no reason. I assume that when it was killed by us, it just went to its own plane. He's just making sure it went to its own plane, and its plane is within that ruby. It's some sort of a summon of some kind, like Final Fantasy X.
It's Ifrit.
Yeah, different.
Or Ifrit. I've heard that pronounced two ways.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
I've
know.
heard it both ways.
Okay, but if something happens, I'm gonna shoot it with fire.
That is probably a bad idea,
Wait,
since
wait.
it was born of that.
Yeah, what you need to do is you need to put it, like, fucking jam it into your weapon, because that's what they do with materia, and it seems to work.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
just need to get it in there, and then you have the power of the ruby.
Did you? This is true.
Staff, ruby. Dick. I don't think anything is happening. But look. Wait, what?
You need to duct tape it too.
Put it on the end. Just put it on the
Okay,
end.
well, she's
Nice.
gonna try
Self-tape.
this because she's it's trapped in there. How trapped is it? Shake.
Nothing. It doesn't bang around.
Aw.
So it's not hollow inside. Basically, it's not. Okay. Touch it with a finger.
Gemini's just gonna look real close and cast comprehend languages.
Free
Hey.
me.
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Why are you trapped in there?
Who are you?
Nobody. You've never heard my name. Nor have you said it repeatedly ever.
Can I understand this?
Oh, I'm speaking in
Um,
common.
Yeah, you're speaking in common, so yeah, you can understand what Gemini is saying.
Can I understand what that thing is saying?
No.
Okay.
Why are you trapped in there?
Get me out.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase the question. Bitch, answer the question. Why are you trapped in there?
It's my curse for failure. Kill Gemini.
Oh, I see. Okay, well then, allow me to respond with a ha 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 ha, eat my ass. And Gemini lays down.
What?
So, if Wheeler heard any of that, it's just half.
You heard Gemini's part of the conversation.
It's more the there's a demon trapped in the ruby.
Yeah, you heard that. Tarok did as well.
In his half dazed semi-state. Hold on, let me see, where are we? He'll just be like, was that 4? Telling that fucker owes me 4 crossbow bolts.
You owe Wheeler 4 crossbow bolts. You prick.
Shaky thumbs up.
Oh, I'll turn to Ellie. Oh, he wants out. It's all he talks about. He's quite boring. It is the demon that was after us, and it is his price for failure, so there he shall stay.
For how long?
Hey, how long are you trapped in there? How did we get you out?
Break the ruby.
What?
Break the ruby.
Don't break the ruby.
Don't break the ruby.
In case it's in diamond.
Break the ruby?
I will.
So you're saying that I should not shoot if it fire?
Don't do anything to it with anything. No.
I want
Cover
to
it in cotton and clouds. No. No, don't do that.
Why?
Because it will free it.
Oh.
What do we get if we free it? Is it gonna come after us, or can we like?
Oh no, yes, it will come after us.
Are you sure?
But if
it seems very single-minded about this, yes.
If we say that we free it, if it'll go and fuck up the people who originally summoned it.
A tap on the thing. Demon, if we free you, will you continue with what you failed to do? Or can we strike a bargain?
Bargain it is.
Insight.
Roll it. Cal, you, by the way, start returning with 2 rabbits.
No success in the bow, I guess.
Nope.
No.
10.
10. He might be telling the truth. You don't know how demons work, even though you pretend to.
Gemini, how are you understanding that thing?
I casted a spell. I believe you've casted it before.
Comprehend. Oh, 2 seconds. And he like starts like. Cast comprehend.
There we go. So,
demon bitch, you telling the truth? And we'll try and speak to the thing. Can you be a pet? I really want a pet demon. Give me my crossbow bolts. Ow. Instead of full stops, just from now on, Wheeler just says ow at the end of sentences. For at least until a long rest. When he will then suddenly be better.
Demon doesn't seem to reply to your interesting way of talking to it.
Okay, so he asked you a question. Keep tapping.
It's quiet.
Okay, then you get to stay there forever. Oh, that sounds amazing for me. Not for you, for me. So I'm going to sleep. You stay in your eternal prison, and we'll speak of this never again. Yes.
All of a sudden, there's a flare. The ruby flares up.
Bitch, I can do that too, Gemini flares.
Like, in actual, like, is it just light or actually fire, so it's like hot to hold?
It's actually a fire, but it's not hot to hold. but you might actually go like, oh, you just from like the fear of fire, you might actually drop it.
I want to do like run and then like catch it again because if it
Everybody,
Gemini goes Super Saiyan.
in a circle.
Yeah.
So everybody in the party gets to decide where on their body they will receive a marking.
Is it gonna be like a berserker, like a?
Yeah, it's kind of like
It's gonna be like a berserk
burn
symbol,
mark
probably, yeah.
kind of thing.
I thought my taint.
Oh dear, no.
So you don't have
no.
to decide now because this is where we'll call it quits.
Ooh.
And next week you guys can tell everybody where this mark appears.
Left testicle.
There you go.
Right testicle. We could be samesies.
The pentagon.
Now the mark is about this big. So
And what does it look like?
Yeah,
It's
like
a
I
bird
said.
mark?
Yeah. It's in proportion. One testicle is that size. The other one is
Alright.
teeny tiny.
there you go. So yeah, it'll appear as a burned rune but a demonic rune.
Is it
Okay.
the 3-fork thing?
No, it's
No.
just I'll see if I can get some inspiration to draw something up, but
Nice.
The Elder Scrolls Oblivion symbol.
Or
Yes.
Viking runes work too.
yeah, we'll see. I'll think about it.
Yeah, the Oblivion symbol. It looks. Hold on, is it gonna be? Oh, it looks like that one.
Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
does.
that's pretty
Yeah,
cool
I
too.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Oh yeah, that could be
It's,
it.
it's a gateway symbol, so it is.
Yeah. Make that.
Sweet.
Fencing is coming on this time.
It wasn't completely in frame for the stream, just so you know.
Oh, hold on. Right.
Damn
Yeah.
Hey,
See.
quick question. Can I make it on my eyeball without going blind?
It's a bit bigger than.
It's too big?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's never heard that problem before.
Cries inside.
All right. Well,
Good stream.
we'll pick
Yeah,
it up next week.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Bye.
Excellent. Bye bye.
Bye.